everyone hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, Ibrahim, good to have you at the Um, yeah, how's our week been? Hope we've had a wonderful week. Yeah, Ibrahim, I'm supposed to get something across to you, right? I would let's see what happened by the end of this class. I should be able to do it. Sorry, I totally forgot. But if I'm not able to do it today, just remind me tomorrow. Still just drop me a chat. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, how was our week? Hope our week went fine. How's everything going? Um, Today we are rounding up the class today, so we have quite a lot of things to do, and I think the major thing we're doing today is building dashboard and just a few other little things here and there. Then we would do some housekeeping at the end of the day. Wale has something to tell us, and of course, I would also want feedback as concerning how the class went. If there's any question, I would like to take it at the end of the class. Um, See a few things here and there that we might need to do at the end of the class. But before we continue with what we have for today, I gave us a few things to complete when I was sending the video on Monday. So you were able to do that. Was there any challenge? Was there anything that you want to quickly bring to my notice before we move on for today? If there's anything, please go ahead and share. Okay, sounds like there's nothing. So did we all complete are we trying to say that we all completed the what I gave us to do? Please, I want to get response, please. Thank you.
Okay, so I was able to complete it, and I don't know if I should still bring the question I asked at the end of the class on because I'd already done it, but for the benefit of others. So I was asking if we could do the pivot table for the people who are due for promotion based on gender, marital status, and state of origin.
Yes, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. In fact, that should have been, if we had all the time, right, that would have been the second dashboard that would have created, trying to create those that are due for promotion based on the state, based on the gender, based on the different things. We we get a pivot table for it, and also get the pivot chart for it, and we use it to form a dashboard. So that's also very possible. It's not a problem. It's the same idea, just that at this time, what you have to do is you now have to let me in fact I will show you. Don't worry, I'll show you. Unless if that's not what you mean, then we can now clarify it further. Is that okay? Any other person with any other person with a question? Ibrahim, is that okay? I would show you towards the end of the class. We'll do that.
Yeah, it's all right.
Mm,
Thank you.
yeah. Any other person? Okay, we have to start quick so that we can see how we can finish quickly. At least we should be able to do more things. Please, for the data cleaning, I'm so sorry that I'm bringing you back to data cleaning. There's something I noticed while I was looking at data some few on Friday also. We'll quickly do that. If you notice, remember I told you that the data is from 2014, 2017 to 2024. But somehow, if I filter here, let's see that there's still 2007 there. That's to tell you that we should have eliminated that or reason or think of how to manage that because there is no way we can have a data of 2000. That's an outlier, obviously. So you have to take care of that. I don't know why it's still on this. Obviously, it wasn't taken care of. So what we'll do, we'll just go back to ensure that that's taken care of. I know is one would prefer to just leave it, but let's just do a good job. So all I need to do is to highlight the data like I have it done already, right? Highlight the contents of the table. Then of course go from table range. What I'm trying to do is to get it back to pivot um to pivot table. Let's see. So Power Query rather. So it brings us back to Power Query. Right. Okay, good. So we get back here. Then what we want to work on, like we just talked about, is the dates. So we'll go to dates. And the date we're talking about is 25th July 2007. That is what I want to work on. So I want to practically replace that, right? So what do? I go to replace values, right? So what values am I replacing? I'm replacing, so actually that is 25th 07 2007. But what they intended to write, speaking with the HRO team or using several other computation, which I would have preferred to do with you guys, but there's not much time to do that. You can use average, you can use other sensitive to manage that state, but you can as well ask to confirm what's the exact date for that is so that you can put in the correct thing. So it was actually the 25th of July 2017. So um, so that would just replace that. And you click OK. That gets rid of that. So if you filter now, what you should have, you shouldn't have 2007 any longer. Your data should be between 2016 to 2000 to 2024. So now I've gotten the facts table. I should also look at the start date because that should also have dates, start date, yeah. That should have changed a few things there. Let's see. Ibrahim, you raised your hand. Please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So I noticed you just did that on the. So when you go to Power Query, it duplicates the facts table. It's giving you facts too, and that's where you worked on. Are you supposed to do that, or you go back to the original
Sorry.
facts table?
Yes. We're supposed to go back to the original fact. Yeah, you're right. So I'm going to delete that fact too. Sorry, my mind was in. I'll just. Well, make that correction anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Come up quickly. Come up quickly. Come up quickly. Sorry guys, this takes a bit of time to load. Wow, this is taking time. And why is this showing like this one? So, why is it showing the sign? Okay, let me allow it to load up and see what happens. Oh, okay, sorry, this is taking so long. I'm wondering why. Yeah, it's supposed to take some time, but at this point, it's taking longer than expected. Okay, while it's loading up, let me quickly. One of the things I wanted to do with you guys, which of course I wasn't able to do, was to talk about different types of charts and how they can be used, right? We have quite a lot of different kind of charts, and they are all useful depending on what you want to look at, depending on what you are considering, right? One of them, of course, is bar charts, which we've used a lot here, right? We have bar charts is when you're comparing two things side by side, two or more things, right, with the same quantity. You use what we call a bar chart. So a bar chart is a chart that represents data using bars of different heights to represent the quantity, right? So um, so you use it when you're comparing several different categories and when you need to show how large data changes over time, right? So that's for bar chart. Then we have what is called a column chart. A column chart is not too different from a bar chart, right? It also basically shows the same thing. So a column chart is a type of bar chart that uses vertical. This is happening here. This thing has frozen. Why is happening today? We couldn't find an Excel table linked table 7. Of course, I wasn't looking at table 7. Or did I delete anything? Do you know what, guys? Let's just close this. Discard. I think we have those. I'm wondering why it's doing this today. Hmm. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, so
Yes,
sorry.
please.
This is beyond my control at the moment, but I hope to be able to. But let me close and reopen because this is strange. This is really strange. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what should show up. So I'm wondering. Okay, let me try that one more time and see HR data. Then go to data, then from table range. Okay. Then if I go back to facts, okay. Basically, it's still showing the same thing. But I worked on this thing. I worked on it on Friday. I just wanted to show you guys. So I wonder why it's showing this up right now. It's strange, really strange. But let's thank God it's just one thing that we're trying to change. So we can as well just come to start dates. Fact two. I'm going to remove that fact two. So I'm going to remove this fact. So I'm going to delete that so that we don't have multiple stuff that we don't need. Okay. So what I'm looking for is I can as well replace from here, right? Let's use the traditional replacer and leave Power Pivot just its own. Sorry, my system is acting up today, and it's strange. The internet connection is unstable. Okay. Click on the role that I want to change. Then replace, which we can find in home, find and select, right? They should get replace there. What do you want to replace? You want to replace, I think that's between 5th 07 20 2007. We want to replace it with 25th 07 2017. Replace. So you see that you have one replacement. Microsoft Excel cannot find a match. Let's see. Okay, it's 2007. So we'll go to just 2007 and see. So 25th07 2007. So remove your filter. Okay. Then go back to replace. 25/07/2007. So replace it with 25/07/2017. Find all, replace all. Okay, we made one replacement, like you can see here. So you click OK, and you click close. So if you come back here to add the filter, you shouldn't see 2007 there. Right? So what you have is 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017, and 2016. So the data is between 2016 to 2021. Okay? So we can go on with what we are for today. So we've done our different charts, and if you follow through what I asked us to do, you've done the different charts, right? So what we are trying to create, or the dashboard we are trying to create is something like this. Let me show us. It's something like this. So if you are to create something like this, how do you go about it? That's what I'm going to spend some time explaining. Are we seeing this? So something like this is what we are trying to look at. So I'm going to explain how to get here from here we started from. How do we create a dashboard like this is the question. Okay, so let me start from beginning. Let me come here, right? The first thing is I want to clear my Excel sheet so that I can have a plain page to work on, right? And how do I do that? All I simply do is I come to this end, between A to X, I can work on that page, and I don't want the rest page to show up, maybe from T all the way down. So you press Ctrl Shift, then your arrow sign, that is more like a greater down sign, right? And it takes everything to the end, all the cells right onto the end. Then you still press your Ctrl Shift and press your down arrow key, right? So you press it, it highlights everything down to the lowest point. So what you do is that you go to the top, you right click, right? When you right click, you see hide. So that's what you're interested in. So you simply hide that. You don't want to see it, right? So you've taken care of that. The same thing you do for the ones under. So after 37, right? After 37, let's take 38 down. So Control Shift, you highlight everything down to the last cell there, and Control Shift down, it highlights everything down to the last cell there, right? Then you right click. Then you right click and you click hide to sort change. Okay, let me do this on the first. So let me unhide. Let me undo. Control Z. Okay, I'm going to do the down one first. Control Shift, highlight all, highlight down. You right click. I'm not getting my hide option. Let me try it one more time. It's strange today.
Maybe you need to refresh. I don't know.
This is really strange today. These days. Yeah. Um, like you said, let me try and refresh this and see how
For
it goes.
example, to do the column, you need to highlight the column you're starting from, then take it to the end, then do hide.
Yes, that's what I did, isn't
No, I think you started from the cell.
it? So this is 37, right? And you want to highlight all the way down, right? Then you right click on the cell, then you click hide, right? Okay. So you do the same thing for the rows. You come after S, which is T, and take it all the way down, and you right click on the column and you click hide. So that has brought what we want for us. Please, that's how you do it. I don't know. There's just a lot happening. Okay. So now you've taken care of all the sides that you don't want to see. Another thing that you want to take care of is these grid lines. You see these vertical and horizontal lines. You want to take care of that. So what do? You go to view, right? Under view, you see grid lines, you see formula bar, you see headings. In fact, you don't want any of that. So you're going to untick it, right? Headings, you don't want that. So what you have left is something, it's more like a plain ground for you to walk, right? So this is what you have, right? Let's go back to what we're trying to create and see what we have to do. The first thing you want to do is to have a background color, right? Um, so like I said, let's look at is to have a background color. I have it in my head already, so I don't waste time. I'll just follow through. So I'm going to create that background color by just right clicking. If I do Control A, right, that highlights everything that you're interested in. Right click. Now you go to color fill, right? You decide on which color you want to use, right? And what I simply did was to use orange color all through. That's what I worked on all through. I didn't change anything. All the colors you see there are orange color. So I just click on, let me say, okay, let me do exactly what I did there, right? That was in the color I used. I think I used this color, if I remember clearly, right? So that was the orange color that I used. After that, you create a rectangle. Sorry, let me go back to the page and see what's happening in the dashboard. Okay, look at it. So a background color, and I have this shape here. I have another shape here. So let's just move on. Right. So I insert a shape. Shapes. I take this particular rectangle here. So I want something like that, all the way down here, all the way down here, all the way down here. Then I right click it, the fill. What fill do I want to give it? Let me say I want to give it this fill. Okay, let me give it that fill. Right. Then I want to reduce the curveness a bit. I want to reduce the curveness a bit. Should have something there. To be able to reduce the curve. Yeah, that's strange. I can't see that curve and any longer.
Maybe you should right click to access the properties.
It's on the bottom right, the yellow spot.
Yeah, that's it. So that yellow spot now, what I do is I take it and I increase it a bit. Do you understand? So that's what that is doing for me, is that is reducing the curveness of the rectangle, right? And I say no line color. I don't want the outline. So I say no outline, right? And I can say duplicate just to get another rectangle from that, right? And reduce it a bit, right? And I give it a different color feel. Let me use this. If you notice, all I'm using is orange color. I bring it here. I know this might be a bit different from what I've done already, but of course, it's the same. I'm just showing you what to do, right? So create something better than mine if you have the time. And for some of you that are very good at aesthetics, so it's your time to shine, all right? Okay. So these are the three layers that I want. Then also, I create another cell. I reduce another rectangle and I reduce that. And I bring it here. Let me change the color field for that. I can give it this color field. Or I can as well change it. Let me change it to something lighter. Okay, let me leave it like this. Let me increase this a bit. Then I duplicate that, right? I want both of them to be aligned. So increase that a bit, right? I believe they are both aligned, but if you think they are not both aligned, you can align both of them, right? Go to shape formats, go to align. You can align right or align left, and it just helps to better align both shapes together. Like what you just noticed, there was just a small tick, meaning it just helps to align both of them in the way that you want it. Okay? So that is it basically. I begin to bring my charts down. But first, let me look at what I have here. Okay. Yeah. So if you notice, it's the same thing I have there that I have there. The first chart I brought was age and gender. So now I go to gender, age and gender, dim age. Let me see what I have there. Yeah, this is what I have. Okay. I've plotted this graphs. Why are they not here? Okay. We can always do it again. So I want age and gender to be in the same row. So I click on that, this thing. Okay, this is dim age. What I actually want is age rather. Yeah, because I remember I've done that. So I want age. I remember I asked us to do it also. So I want to believe that everybody has done. This is age, right? So this is the chart, the bar chart for it. So you copy it, right? Ensure that you you highlight the outer distance before copying it, right? Then bring it down. Bring it down to the new sheets and paste it here, right? I've worked on this, right? I've removed the grid line. How do you remove the grid line? You click on this plus. You can see grid line there, right? If you click on grid line, the grid line comes back. So I don't want grid line. So I've removed the grid lines. I've also removed a few, let me see if I can bring it back so that I show you. Do you know what? Let's just do one again so that you see how I got here. Let's go back to H. I'm going to delete this, right? And I'm going to click on this. I'm going to go to charts, insert. I'm going to click recommended charts. You can see it has given me something already. So let me say that's what I want, and I click OK. This is what it brings for me, right? To clean this up and make it look presentable, more like what I want it to be, I simply come here. I take care of the grid line. I don't want it, so I remove it, right? The legends, yeah, the legends can be there. But what I want to do is that I want it to be down. So when I click on the arrow, the greater than arrow at the right hand end, this comes up for me. So I want it to go to the bottom, right? I want this okay. I want this to hide. I don't know why this is putting up now. Okay. So I want this to hide this field button. So you right click on it. Wow. It's surprising. Okay, shockingly, surprisingly, this is not happening like it should at the moment. If you right click on that age range, it's supposed to bring up a hide button. I mean, a list, which one of the stuff should be hide field. I don't know if anybody has been able to do it from their end, and I wonder why this is coming up
Yes,
like
I did
this.
it. It worked. It worked for me.
Yeah, it should work. It should work. This is strange, really. So why is this not, why is this? Mm. Sorry, guys, just give me a moment. Let me see what is happening here. Okay, how will do it. So anyway, what you should do is right click on it. Let's just leave it, please. That's really strange, though. Okay, you can say no fill. right? Fill color, no fill, because you don't want any fill to be there. Then you can go to the bar chart. One of the bar chart already has an orange color, better for us already. So go to the next, go to the other bar chart, which is showing blue, and change that fill color to something. You want to change it to something that will still come out there. Okay. Then you don't want this outline. So get rid of the outline. Outline, say no outline. I need to really get rid of this thing. Wow. So that's how let me go back. It's really strange. Okay. So you want you also want the data labels. So say data labels, what it does is that it brings out each of the number. Then you get rid of this one here, right? So that helps you have a true picture of what that should look like. You can increase that a bit, right? And this is what you would have. So that is that's the first chart, right? Let's go to the next, which is your donut chart. So let's go to pick it up. Marital status. So this is where we have it. You bring it in, right? Let's see this. Wow. Okay, let's see this now. Looking at this, I don't want this total, so I can delete that total. You can see I've just deleted that. And I don't want this also. Should be able to hide this. What happened?
Could we check that brush icon?
You said?
Under the plus. Could you check that brush icon under the plus to see if there's any way we can edit that out?
Which thing?
Click on this again. Okay, that brush icon again. Okay. It's nice.
No, there's no way you can. That won't take care of that. I won't take care of it. No, what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to just click on it, right? Right click on it, right? It shows a list, and you take care of that. You hide it. So I'm wondering why this is really strange. Okay, let me bring it down there. Sorry, today's class is a bit looking like I didn't prepare. Well, that's not true. Okay. So you say no fill. Right? And of course, no line color too. Outline. Outline. Who is that? Who is that?
Oh, that was a mistake.
Okay, you do the same thing here. It's the legend. So you want it to go down. So you click on it and say bottom, right? But you should be able to hide field setting. This is not nice. Okay, change the colors, right? By clicking on each of the donut cell and picking different colors. Okay, this is highlighting all the donut maps. So pick on them individually. Try to pick on them individually, right? Then go to fill, then fill it with, let me say I fill it with this, for example, and I say no outline. And I go to this and I click on it and I click on this. Let's use, we can use this and say no outline. And this last one, the same thing. I click on it and which one do we use for that now? Can we use this? Okay, this looks better. And I say no outline. Wow. Okay, just give me a minute, guys. This has to work.
Or maybe you should double click on it.
You said?
Maybe you should double click on it.
No, double clicking on it does not change anything. Brings out the filter. So that's not. I've done this over and over again, and I'm not making a mistake. I know what I'm doing. It just happens that at this point in time, I don't know what the system is doing. So I'm not assuming is what I know should work.
All right.
Yeah. There's no way that to make it. Okay, let me look for a color that would not make that one fade out, because that is difficult to see. Yeah, that looks better. So I'm going to save. What I want to do is that I want to close this and reopen it. I don't want what we did already to get lost. So let me close and open it and see if that would improve anything, that would change anything. Sorry, just indulge me a bit. Yeah. I know document recovery task panel contains some of the recovery files that have not been opened. Would you like to view these files? Okay. Because there's something definitely wrong with this screen sharing has stopped. Okay. It's quite in the air. Are you all done? I'll be leaving in 1 minute unless I hear someone. Okay. So I go back to the Excel class. Now what I want is okay. So I try to share it back. Guys, thank you for staying with me. I know this can be very frustrating and annoying sometimes. Let me see if this will work now. Let me see if this will. Please try and mute yourself. Try and mute yourself. Okay, still didn't work. So still didn't work. So let me just explain what I did. I'll just continue. Sorry that this is not coming out well and it won't come out well, but thank God I already did something, right? And you see exactly what we're expected to see if everything is done right. This is what you should see. And you can see how beautiful this is looking. After I took my time on Friday to do this. So I wonder why this is now showing, this is now giving lot of issues. Sorry about this, really. Okay, so all you need to do to take care of that was to click on that, and you see a list, and you just hide. You hide the list, right? You can hide all lists. That just take care of that feed list, and that hides this ones too. So what you have is just something like this. So I'm going to reduce this a bit. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. So I'm going to bring this here. All right. Then what next am I bringing in? I'm bringing the employment history. Employment history. KPI department age. Promotion departments. And that's not what I want. So I will date. Oh, this is what I want. So I bring it. So I copy it and I bring it down to I bring it down here. All right. And I say no fill. Fill color, no fill. All right. No, it has not shown. So no fill. And I simply bring this here. And I reduce this a bit to fit into that corner. Right. I delete that. That expands. So undo that. So I want to take it from the out like this. Right. And I still want to reduce that a bit. Yeah. So this is a line chart. Right. I still have 2007 here. So that's to tell you that the theme from which I created this has not been changed here. The right thing to have done was to create another theme since we changed that date. Well, please let's just allow that slide for today, please. Just trying to see if I can. Okay. Then I go back. The next thing I want to bring in is the department. So I go to department. I bring in this. Remember this color, we don't want to see any blue color here. So you can as well come here and say line color should be, let's make it this, right? And you have the data points there, which gives you the number. And you can also change this. Of course, you want to change this number so that they will be obvious. They will be quickly seen. So you can change it to, let's go to home. Let's go to format. Let's change it to very dark, and even possibly make it bold, right? Do the same for these numbers here, these data points. Go to home. Yeah, those are things that you should do to just make it pop up. So people are not, in fact, what I also want data points here, right? So data labels, right? And I want them to come out, right? I want them to pop out so that it will be easy to see. right? So I like the label. I go there and I do the coloring and I make bold also, right? So it's easier to see that way. Is there any other thing? Can change this, can change the font style there also. Let me make it, yeah, the same thing, make it bold because of the background color so that it's easy to see. Then the same thing here, right? So it's something that's going to take your time, but try and do a good job. Remember, you're presenting it. So it needs to be nice so that when people are looking at it, they can be captivated and they can. And please also try not to use just every color and any color. You can see that all I'm concentrating on is the use of orange, and you can see the beauty of how it's coming out. So you want to balance that because that's something that's very important in data science in general. So am I missing anything there? So you can see the coloring apart from these things that are here, you can see how it's coming out. It's coming out nicely. All right. This also, you can change it, you can make it bold. Right. Ibrahim, your hand is up. Go ahead.
Yeah. So quick one. How do you make the y-axis to go and retain the x-axis that has the years there?
Okay. How do I make the what?
The y-axis to disappear and retaining only the x-axis that has the years.
I just deleted it. You didn't see when I deleted it? Let me go back there. Age, right?
Yes.
So what I did, this is what you mean, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So I just deleted it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, please? Did you see what I did? Ibrahim, are you there?
Unmute yourself, Ibrahim. Unmute yourself.
Okay, so that's it. You just, if you want to take care of that, you can just delete it. Ensure that it's highlighted and delete it, please. So that takes care of that. For this, what we should have done is to hide it, like I said before. If you try it in your system, it should work. Let me show you what I mean because I can't believe what is happening right now. It's looking really strange for me. Let me just continue. Okay, so sheet one. So what else do I bring in? I bring the department. So I go to department, I get my department here, copy, and I bring it to sheet one, and I paste it here. Right, and I say no fill, right, and okay, I say no fill. Then what else do I want there? I want to change the color of that to, is this a good color? Yeah, it is, but let's see. I can use a lighter color. I don't want outline. That's not what I thought I was doing. No outline. What I want is the fill. So let me try. I can use this color, right? And this is what I have. Can reduce that a bit. Right, and reduce that from this end so that it aligns with this first chart. right? I can still see line color in this particular one. So you can remove line color from that. Please ensure that outline is removed. No outline, so that you're not seeing the same thing. Remove that outline. So outline, no outline. The same thing with this, no outline. Right. So we're getting there. Just you can remove this total from here, since at least we can remove that one at the moment. So delete, highlight it and delete it. Then age range, let's try again. Show feed list. What I should expect to see there is height, not show. Let me see this. Okay, still not. Okay.
I suggest that if it is showing show, then if you click on it, maybe it should just show hide.
No, let's see. Show feed list. So what is going to show you is this. All right. So that's not what you want.
Okay.
Hide feed list. That's not what should. Oh, finally.
Wow.
Can you see that?
I can see that.
Wow. So why was it? Okay, please, guys, let's move on, please. So add value field buttons on chart. Hide all feed buttons on chart. That's what I want. Just take care of that. Can you see what I've been trying to do for ages? Wow, there are just some things that just can be frustrating with it. Okay. Yeah, that's looking more like it. I can still reduce it a bit. Yeah, that's it. I do the same here. Wow. Can you? Okay. So let me reduce this a bit. I want this. This is not coming out the way. Okay, well, it doesn't even matter because it will not show up finally. So let me centralize it here. And you can increase this donut map. You can go to format data series, right? And increase that donut hole size a bit. No, rather, yeah, increase it. Can you see that? Can you see what I did? So you come to format data series. Under donut hole size, you just increase it, right? And that continuously increase that to what we have there. You can see it's taking shape, isn't it?
Yeah.
So come here. So let's be fast now, please. So let's see if we can. So the same thing you do earlier, you come here, you make it this. You make it bold. You do the same thing for the data label. You come here, and you make it bold, right? The same thing you do with this. In fact, you don't need this, so you remove it, right? So that helps to make it a bit larger. Okay. Which other thing? Let me go back. Sorry guys, I'm taking HRO data. So I need the salary range. So salary, I bring this, copy, and I bring it all the way to sheet 1, right? And I see no fill. Well, let me be sure that is properly, yeah, that's what I want. I see no fill, right? And Ctrl Z, and I adjust that a bit. Okay. And yeah, I changed the color of this to, I don't want no outline. Then a fill color should be this, right? And I go back to the fonts. So you play with that until you get what you want. Make it bold. The same thing here, right? I'll make it bold, right? So what else do I want? 7 minutes past already. Okay, but I should be able to finish in the next 15, 20 minutes hopefully. Then we'll take time for question. Okay, then the top 6 states of Nigeria. Top 6 states of Nigeria. States. Okay, we're using bar charts to represent the top 6 states, but you can as well use a map to represent it. Just that you cannot use map when you're using pivot charts. So for you to create a map, you must first of all copy this out in terms of let it not be on a pivot table any longer. When it's not on a pivot table, it can give you a map. Is that clear? Do I have the time to do that? Please let's just understand that, and you can try it on your own. If you have any issues, please let me know. But just ensure that you transfer this to maybe this page, to this cell, and create a bar chart, a map from it, right? You can do that. But for this class, let's just use what we have already. Okay. So I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to say no fill. No fill, no outline. Then on the bar chart, I want it to have a fill. Then I don't want any outline. Then this, we can't drill down here. Then ask you to drill. So come here, home, bold, right? And the font color should be this. Then you can move the entire thing. Move it, let's see. You have to reduce it. Right, bold. So increase this a bit. Right, and there's still line color in some of this, so change it. So outline, no outline. Right, is there anything I'm missing? So you can see how this is coming out really nice. So the next thing you want to do is to bring in your KPI. We'll bring in KPI, we'll bring in slicer. So let's start by bringing in our KPI first. Insert, shapes, I'm still bringing in this, right? I can bring it all the way here. So I'm moving it to I'm trying to adjust it. I can say no fill. Let me say no fill, right? The outline, let me change the outline color to something like this. And let me make it thicker, right? The weight. So I'm going to increase the weight a bit. Then, of course, I'm going to bring the total employee there so that it will be obvious how many employee is there. So to do that, I can come in here and do equal to. Just ensure that your rectangle is highlighted, then type equal to. Then you go to your KPI. Remember, we created the KPI last week. Hope you've not forgotten. Go to your KPI. Then please don't take it from the pivot chart table. Look at what I did here. I just did equal to, right? Fine, let me do it again. So what I have there is equal to what I have here. No, I can say equal to A4 rather. Let me show you so that you don't. So I come here, I say equal to A4, right? And I click enter. So what that shows me is that it shows me 80. So rather than copy, there's formula in this, right? If you want to transfer it down to that point, what it will be giving you is formula, and there will be no reference point for that particular cell. So it is safer to copy it out, the number out, right? And don't just write 80 there. Writing out 80 there, when you put a slicer, let me explain what I'm trying to say. I didn't just come here and write 80. I could just type 80 here, but I don't want to do that. All I don't want to do that is if I do that, if I apply a slicer, the slicer will not slice that number, to not affect that number, because it doesn't understand where 80 is coming from. Do you understand? So you must go to the KPI and copy from there. So I come to KPI and copy from here. Am I still doing the right? Wait, let me see what I did. Sorry, guys. Sheet is still equal to. Sorry, let me get my formula bar so I can see what I'm doing there. So that's why formula bar is important, because it helps you see what is inside there. Ensure that that's your rectangle where you want it to be. So you can see that they are 2 equal to here now. So what I want is 1 equal to, then right? I take on the cell I want and I click enter. Doesn't look like equal to, then KPI C. I click enter. Can you see the 80 there? So please do it in the formula bar. Usually if you do it here, correct, but for some strange reason it's not happening. So do it in the formula bar, you'll get it. Is that okay? So what I want is I want that number now to be big, right? I want to increase the size. So I go back to home and then increase it to what now? Let me increase it to okay. Yeah, that looks okay. So that's the employee number. Please, guys, one thing I'm forgetting to do, you should name each of this, right? You should label each of this so that people can quickly look at it and tell, okay, this means this means this. So I'm going to try and do that quickly, even though my time is well spent. So I'm going to bring each of that here. Let me start from the field. Let me use, what color do I use for that? I can, yeah, color. That means whatsoever, that is age, right? Age stroke, what now? Age strokes sex or stroke gender, right? Right. Yeah, that looks good. Isn't it? I duplicate it, Control D, bring here. This is a marital status. Marital status. Right. Duplicate it. Please, yours should be better than this. I'm just doing, if you see the one I took time to make, you can see the aligning and everything. It came out much better than what I'm doing right now. So I'm just aligning it because of, so this is employment history. Right. Of course, take your time to create something better. So I can duplicate that and bring it down. So that will mean I have to adjust this. Yes, and I can bring that down a bit. Right, and increase the size. Okay, let me bring this down. Just ensure that these two lines are at the same time. So you can use that align. You can underline it. So these are things that you would take time to do, please, so that your work comes out neat. Align to the left. Okay. Then you can adjust both of them a bit. So what you want, let me see. It's not looking like. Okay, let me do it manually because that's not coming out. It's not looking like. Okay, so this is what now? This is department. Right. Then Control D. This is salary range. So you can reduce this a bit. Right. Salary range. Then I come here, I duplicate, and I put it here also. It's like I said, I might not have done a good job here because of time constraint, but please take your time and do a better work, please. So this is state of origin. Okay, so this is 80, right? I can, please look, you have to put in the company logo somewhere around here. So if I do that, I already have something saved up. So you can download something online. But what I want is picture. So place over cell. I want to get it from this device. Let me get it from, I think it's in my download. It's that thing. And that should be this. So something like this. Right? And because I want to put it here, right? And I can come here and change the color. You can see change picture, compress picture, transparency. What I want is transparency. I want it to be transparent so that that color it has white will not be affecting, to not be changing my design already, right? So I can make it transparent, right? But there's a better way you could work on that to ensure that that color does not show. But I think it's fair enough, right? At least we can still see that. Which other thing do you want to do? Let me see. I think the total numbers of, what else did I do there? Sorry, give me a minute. Let me see. HR dashboard. Okay, I brought in the number of people that were promoted and the number of people. So I need to bring that in also. So I create another, let me create this. Let me duplicate this, Ctrl D, and bring it here. Right. I don't want this 8 here. I don't want that there. What I want instead is I want to bring okay, remove that 80. So the way I did it, just click on it and ensure that you remove it. What I want is the promotion. Let me see, is it this? So I want to go to promotion status, department, age, gender, state, marital status, promotion. So this is what I want, right? So I can get it and bring it all the way, copy it, like I just did, and bring it here. Right, and say no field. Sorry, that was not, I saw you. I like fill, no fill, no outline also. Just the usual thing that you did for the rest, right? No outline. Then you want these bars, you want them with a field that we're used to. Right? Then which other thing do I want to take care of? So I'm going to reduce that, and I want it to fit into that. Yeah, something like that. Right. So what I'm concentrating on is people that are due for promotion. So I want it to be pronounced, to be more pronounced. So I'm going to change the two colors, right? I want this one that's due for promotion to be different from this one that is not due for promotion. So I'm going to change a color for this. So just ensure that it's only that bar chart that is highlighted. So usually when you highlight on the bar, both of them highlight. So what you do is that you highlight just the one that you want to work on, right? Then right click on it. Then maybe I should change it to something a bit more transparent. And I say no outline, right? And it gives me something like that. And I come here and I say, so basically this is, okay, let me not do that. Let me do this instead. So that has changed the color of that, right? The same thing, work on the data points, get this color, can make it bold. So that's what you want. Then again, I can add filter. What do I do to add filter? Please take note of this. We are quickly coming to the end here. So to get to add filter, all you need to do is to come here, right? Go to, is anybody saying anything?
Yeah, I just want to ask a question.
Okay, please go ahead.
This color, it's beginning to look like they are of the same pattern. Like you can't use something like blue, red, something colorful. Is that a standard that you cannot mix those colors?
What I'm saying is, be careful how you play with colors.
Okay.
Yes, because you don't want to make your what is it called? Your dashboard too
Clumsy.
Yeah, too clumsy. So work with the color. Everything here, it looks like it's different colors, but they seem to complement each other very well. Why? It's because they are all the same color. Literally, they are all orange. It's just different shade of orange, and they've complemented themselves very well. Does it not look beautiful?
It does.
Yes. So that is what we are trying to get.
So basically in data analysis, there are no color standards.
You can't be using white, blue, green, just be missing color. You use color
that resonates each other.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question? Okay, so you come to insert.
Sorry, Sam. In terms of color, is it not better to align with most organizations have particular color?
Thank you very much, Kent. Thank you. In terms of colors, please use the color of the organization. Right? Some company will just tell you our color is blue. Our color is green and white. So you use green and white. Do you understand? So work with the color of the organization. That should inform how you use your color. Thank you, Kent. Is that okay? Please don't go and use your own color, please. Okay, thank you for. Okay, so now I want to add slicer. So what do? I go to insert, go to slicer. Right, data model. Open. Right. So I want to insert slicer. The slicer now. Can you see what I did? Or do I need to do it again? Do you see I got here?
Sorry, please repeat that again, please.
Yeah, please. Because this is one tricky. Yeah, this is not. I can see one of our problem was, okay, let me just state that. I can see something was obviously wrong through the slicer, now I just did. So from insert here, go to slicer, right? On the slicer, what you need actually, the connection you need is the data model, right? So from data model now, click on these 9 tables, right? And click open, right? What that does is that it brings all the stuff for you, right? So what do you want to slice by? Let me say I want to slice by let me start with the promotion status. So here's the promotion, the age, the date, the department, the gender, the marital status. Okay, promotion status, right? And I click OK, right? So this is what it brings for me, right? So what do I do? If I click due for promotion now, okay, that's the. So first of all, I should click a particular bar chart like I just did. Sorry, I didn't do that. So I should have clicked on a particular bar chart or a particular chart, right? So I've clicked on that. I click on this. You can see a pivot chart analyze, right? From here, I can see insert slicer. Yeah. You can see it took me there quickly. So like I said, I want to slice by promotion. So I click on promotion status and I click OK, right? This comes up for me, right? So I right click on it. I go to slicer settings, right? I don't want it to display this header is showing promotion status. I don't want it to show. So I click on it and I click OK, right? Then I also come here. You can see slicer now. Slicer is there as one of the options. So click on slicer, right? Click on slicer. Under column, what you want is that you want your column to be 2 so that what you have is, look at it, is horizontal rather than standing vertical. So you can now reduce it. Right, and bring it to the top. I can still go ahead and change my slicer such that the slicer matches with the color of my design, because you don't want to see something like this. Your slicer will just make your design looks a bit clumsy. So just click on it, go back, click on slicer. There are several. You can create a slicer type that you want or slicer style that you want, right? You can say new slicer style, right? So what do you want? I want the old slicer to be created, so you can format, right? So what do you want? I want the fill color to be, remember the color that we're using currently. So you can use one of them here, but it's up to you. And you can click OK, right? And click OK, set as default slicer style for this document, right? Did it apply? Okay, no, it has not applied yet, no problem. Still come here, right? Click on the slicer again and apply it. So you've created it. It is also important that you have now applied it. So apply it, right? When you apply it, you see it there. Like you can see it right now, right? Then you come here, you increase it a bit. So now, if you add slicer, you can see the way the slicer is affecting everything, right? Right? It's only doing this because I've connected everything together. Sometimes it's not like that, right? In fact, why it's connecting everything together is because I've created the slicer before, which I did here. So you understood that, okay, I want the slicer to be affected. So it has created the connection for me. Sometimes it does not create the connection for you. So if it does not create the connection for you, what do you do? So I only clicked on this and I applied the slicer on this chart. So on a normal day, what you should be seeing is just slicing of this particular bar chart. It should not affect the rest. But because I've done it before, it's affecting everything now. So what would you have done if it was not affecting all the slides? That's what I want to explain. So you right click on it, right? You go to create connection, remove report connections. You can see that report connections. Okay, that means it doesn't actually doing that. What was I thinking it was doing? So report connection, right? So ensure that everything here is highlighted, like age, the page. Okay, yes, they were all highlighted, so it was affecting everything. So usually, if it was not, if I had not created this area, this would have been highlighted. It would have been, so you would have been the one that would have created, reported connection and connect all of them, such that the slicer will affect everything. When you click on promotion, due for promotion, everything will come up like that. Not due for promotion, everything will come up like this. So you notice that this color is showing blue, which is of course strange. So what do? Right? I come here, I click on it, right? I go to right, which is, what is it called? The fill color, fill and line. I don't want it to be on automatic, because if it's on automatic, this is what will be showing. So rather, I want it to be on solid fill, right? If it's on solid fill, you can see that it has changed by itself to the color that we originally put there, such that when you slice, it will not be having a different color. So you change from automatic to solid fill so that it will not be showing like that. Guys, this is a good place to stop for today. There are a lot of other things I would have shown you, but you can add more slices. Take, for example, I can add departments. Let me come here again. Click on the chart. All right. No, it's not showing. Okay. You can add more slides, but we don't have that time to. Let me just do that for us, and we'll just take the questions. And of course, like I said, I didn't intend to teach you everything about data science or everything about. I just wanted to possibly introduce it to you, which I believe I've been able to do justice to. What did I want to do? Okay, analyze, insert slicer. So I'm trying to, let me say departments, right? I say, okay, right? This comes up like this. I don't want the header, so slicer setting, the display header, I don't want it. Okay, then I want it to show as column rather than, so I go to slicer. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I go to slicer and I put 6 as column. And I click enter. So it shows up like this. I increase it. So I just increase it. And I go back, I modified it just like I did to the first, right? I simply come here with this, I think that's what I added. And that also changes the color just like I did for the first. Okay, so you can see that that is now looking more like what we have here, isn't it? Yeah, all this, I would have loved to do some connection with you, but I really don't have that, right? So you can add the company name at the end, right? And also the year, the time of the data that you're being that you are considering, maybe from July 2016 to maybe March 2024. You can put all those data somewhere around here, right? And basically that's where I'll stop for today. Any question, please? You have 10-15 minutes to ask question, give feedback. Have you enjoyed the class? How's the class been for you? Please take your time to do that. Is there any question? Well, you can see that both of them are getting close to where it should be, right? So it's just to take your time to work more on it. Solid fill. So any question? I'm going to clear the filter now. So take, for example, I take marketing, right? People that are due for promotion in marketing, you can see, not due for promotion, rather in marketing. You can see 10 is not due for promotion. Yeah, several other things you can look. So you can slice because you applied the slicer. So let me go to due for promotion. So in marketing, 5 people are due for promotion, right? One is between the age of 26 to 28. One is between 29 to 31, 32 to 34. 2 is between 35 to 37. You can see 3 is three is single, 2 is married. You can get a lot of information from here, right? So 2 of the employees were employed in 2016, 2 of the employees in 2017, and 1 in 2018. So their salary range also currently, this tells it. 1 is under low salary, which is quite shocking after the amount of time that they spent, medium salary, and all the rest. Okay. Another thing I wanted to tell you about, which I didn't have time to talk about in details, is let me just mention it, talking about observation and creating insights, right? What I just told you now, which is something that is pretty obvious from the slicer and from what we've created, are called observation. So you can see that state of origin, people that are due for promotion, you can see the information here. These are called observation. So now, insights now is using those observations to give recommendations, right? So now you have more people being promoted that's between 35 to 37 than 26 to 28 and 29 to 31. So you want to begin to ask question, why is more people in this age range, right? And of course, is that good for the company? You begin to ask more critical questions, which would help the company get better. That is where you're not getting to you being able to produce an insightful analysis. There you not tell the company, okay, rather than use, like if you notice, what we've used here for promotion is people that are 6 years out above, that have worked in the company for 6 years and above. So that in itself is not a good performance index for promotion. The best performance index for promotion is the performance of the worker. So those are things that you want to recommend, because people can get discouraged and say, oh, I was just employed last year, so if I don't wait till 6 years or 5 years from now, I will not get promoted. And that could be quite discouraging. And they could look elsewhere to wanting to get a better opportunity if they are not getting the increase in salary and all the rest that they want to get. So if I clear my filter, for example, clear filter from promotion status, clear filter from year 2, right? I get back here. I see that a lot of people are in low salary and medium salary. Just 27 is in high salary. Well, that's fair enough. But from here, you can also say, looking at the old dashboard and from there creating questions and possibly recommendations that will be used by the company to better retain staff and also ensure that they get to where they want to get to as a company. It's something that now brings us to that point where we are producing insightful data analysis from the old data sets. I don't know if you get what I mean. So any question from what we've done so far? So I'm going to, any question, please? Let's take questions. Let me unshare. Let me stop sharing. Or do we have questions? Please, let's ask. Okay, 3 people are raising their hands. Let me start from people that have not said anything today. Ibrahim, I'll come back to you last. Daniel, let's hear from you, please.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening,
So
Daniel.
here is my question. At least I'm able to follow today's own. I understand to some extent. So this particular one now, what we did here today, if the company is to upload it to the company's website, I don't know if okay, if the company is to upload it to the company's website, these are sliding you added.
Slicer.
Yeah?
The slicer.
Yeah, the slicer you added. Like if I click on any of those information, will it be able to appear the way it's appearing here on the on this?
Yes,
Or
that is why you're applying slicer. It's so that when you apply the slicer, it will work even in the company website.
okay, there's nothing else to integrate. You just by uploading it in the company's website and then it will work that way. Or is there any
And
special way
there's
of doing
something
that?
called compatibility now, isn't it? So you have to certainly you have to integrate it. You have to ensure that Excel is compatible with whatsoever you are building. Most times when you are doing integration, they use Power BI. That's the truth, and not Excel. All right? Excel majorly is used when you are delivering a report, right? When you're delivering
Okay.
a report, when you're trying to make recommendations, when you're trying to, yeah, but if you really want to integrate into a website and the rest, I think the best to use is your Power BI or maybe Tableau.
Okay. The reason I'm saying is at least I design website, but I'm not a coder. I use WordPress to do that.
Okay.
So I'm looking at if I'm uploading this to a website I designed with a WordPress, whether it will still have the same performance. I mean, this same functionality.
Okay, Daniel, you could go ahead and try it. But I think if you are able to upload it in this format, right, it should be able to slice.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now the next thing is right, for example, this state of origin. And okay, we have the bar chart there. Now the bar chart is not showing the exact number of people there. Yes, it's understandable. I know you don't want to make everything clumsy. But then, is there any way somebody can actually click and then get the information of each person's each number of people in that state? Is it possible after you have uploaded it this way, the same way it is now?
Yeah, that's another reason why I was telling you that please don't use a map. Yeah, I should have thought about that earlier, right? And possibly I just continue with what I was doing because at this point I didn't want to begin to make those adjustments because it takes some extra more time. So if you want to see the full thing, really for the sake of analysis, to be frank with you, sometimes you don't need all the details. Like we don't need, take for example, what is most important to me is, okay, what state produces some of the highest stuff, right? I can use filter to get that. I can also use filter to get, that means it will refer me back to the data set. So at the moment, with what we have, we can't see those other details that are not captured here.
Okay.
But there's a way you could also, that's why map would just help show everything, because in your map, you have the map of Nigeria, right? And the different states shows you different employee in those different states. So that just helps. So when you hover around it, you will see the data, or you can even use more like data points to get that. Do you
Okay,
understand?
finally, okay, yes, finally, although it has nothing to do with what we this particular class, but it's just that I followed up through the first class, second class, I not fully, but then
Okay.
with the third, this is the fourth, and then the third class, in fact, I was lost. I didn't even understand these things at all. Now we have this class. At least I understand this class from extent too. Now, I was trying to watch. I've been trying anyway because I don't have. Actually, my time is my problem for throughout this month. So I was trying to go through the video at my own time, and then each time I get discouraged because I got to where I will import those data from Excel to that second class.
Power Query.
When we imported the class to Power Query, then in my own Excel this thing, I couldn't see importing. You talked about text or CSV or something like that, and later that one didn't. Later then he moved to. He said from a range, yeah, range. Then I couldn't see range. I can't see range on my this thing. So I did it like 3 times. So each time I said, let me watch, I will forget what made me to stop the other day. Then when I get to that point, I will remember again what made me to uh, stop. And then today again, the same thing too. Because I was like, let me even watching this little by little till I get to understand everything. But that particular place, if I can't get past that particular place, I can't continue. So
Daniel,
that's
I
what
didn't get your question. Let me get your question clearly so that I think of a way to help you. You
okay.
said when you get to what point now?
Okay, let me summarize it. If in the second class, when you want to take move from Excel to the Power Query, you go to
So this is
data,
what you do
right?
if you want to move from Excel to Power Query. You highlight the data set, right?
Yes.
You go to insert.
Data.
You go to data rather,
Yes.
right? From
Then
data, you go
from
to
table,
from table range,
that from
right?
table range is not in mind.
It's not in your stuff.
Exactly.
Daniel, do you use Mac or use
Samuel, please
I
go
use
on. Go on
Windows.
how to go to Power Query from here, please. I didn't get it too. Please go
You
on.
go to from test, right? From test stroke range,
I
right?
can't see that anymore. I can't see it anymore. I'm only seeing the table.
Oh, wait, did I share? Or did I stop sharing? I think I stopped sharing.
I can still
It
see
didn't
it.
show. It didn't show how you went there.
Oh, remember. Oh, yes, I remember now. Remember, guys, that Power Query is a bit different in the sense that I think oh, yeah, that's true. So we are sliding between Power Query and normal Excel. Was that Power Query or Power Pivot?
Power
So
Pivot.
this Power Pivot is not showing currently.
It's showing, but we don't know how you got here.
Okay, let me discard it and do it again. All right. First of all, you understand I highlighted this particular data point, this particular data table. So I get here. I go to data, please. Ensure that you have data, right? Can you see this? Can you see my
Yes,
arrow pointing at data?
yes.
So you have get data. You don't want that. What you want is from table range,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So click on it. It just goes there directly.
Hello, please let me cut you. Please let me cut you short, please. I don't have from table. That's my major problem. I don't have from table range on mine. Hello. Did you hear
Yeah, I
me?
can hear you. I can hear you. What version of Excel are you using?
Let me check.
Because if you're not using any, well, have you ever done Power Query before? Have you worked on Power Query before?
No, I only have basic knowledge of Excel before now. So let me check.
Okay, check, please. Check. While you check, let me get question from other people because our time is running so fast.
Yeah, so
Okay, the
can
rest
you
of you guys, please go on. Wahab, hope I'm pronouncing that right. Please forgive me if I'm not. Go ahead, please.
Yes, yeah, you did pronounce it well. Yeah. First of all, before I start with my question, I just want to thank you for taking your time to share your knowledge. To be honest, highly appreciated. It's been for I think this is the fourth week, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah, the fourth week.
Yeah, it's been very educative and informative. To tell you the truth, I'm very new to data analysis, very new. I just secured a BA job, right? So
wow, congratulations.
Thanks a lot. So I thought, you know what, that in IT space, right? You can't just fold your hands. You need to acquire more skills. You have to be relevant. You have to show yourself. You have to put yourself out there and to show that you are very relevant. Because before you know it, job can be taken away from you. You know, in this IT world is a cruel world, right? So I was at it's true, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true.
Exactly. It's not like working in the medical field or you're a teacher. It's not like that in IT world. It's not like that. Things change quickly. So I attended the space yesterday, right? So some people came on that space on Twitter space to tell us about IT, this and that. If you're interested, go to their website and register for a course. So now I clicked the link that they provided, went through the website. So something caught my attention. It said business they like providing they teaching different courses like business analyst, data analyst as well. So and I look at business analyst 5 weeks. There's no way you acquire knowledge 5 weeks hands-on practice because I've done it. I've done training. I did hands-on practical hands-on. So I now raise my hand up, ask one of the guys that was like addressing us that 5 weeks. There's no way you acquire knowledge in 5 weeks. It's too short. And they say, oh, it's not like that. We'll teach you, little they will mentor you. To me, I wasn't convinced, right? So my question is this, right? To you is this: how long do you think for someone to acquire? You don't have to be a guru, but for someone to complete a data analyst course with hands-on practice, how long do you think hands-on? How long do you think it's going to take someone? How long?
Okay, well, the truth is that it will take you a lifetime.
True.
Yeah. But what you need is to just start and know the basics and be hungry like you are currently hungry and continuously improve on yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. I've done several masters. One of them is masters in data science and analysis. And to be frank with you, I graduated with a distinction, right? But still, I don't know everything in data analysis. I don't know everything in data science, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what it is. So you have to keep on learning. You have to keep on improving. Like you said, the IT space there's a lot of information there, right?
Sure.
There's a lot of information, there are people that are doing things differently, right? That same thing that you're doing, they're doing it more quicker, more better, more. You want to get to learn all those skills and constantly evolve and improve yourself. So if they're telling you, to be frank with you, an average mentorship program is about 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Maybe some other people will extend it to Yeah, the training is usually 4 weeks, maybe 1 month, 2 months, right? The mentorship part will be like an extra, well, 4 weeks is ideal. So
Okay.
after that, what they expect you to do is to go and do your homework. That thing that they taught you now, go and look at it over and over again. Go and work on it. While you're working, you're gaining more perspective, you're learning more stuff.
Yeah.
You're doing this thing I've just taught you now. Try it in other data sets. Try it in like 5, 10 data sets. Trust me, you'll be shocked at what you learn new methods, you learn new ways, you become better at what you're doing, right?
Mm.
So that's it, Wahab.
All right.
Yeah. Hope I've answered your question.
Yes.
Ibrahim, please go ahead.
Lord, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, quickly, might take us back a bit. I just want to ask, in the bar chart for, how do you do the bar charts to show in descending order or ascending order? How do you change the order? That's what
Okay, yeah. What is this thing currently showing? Okay, let's see. Let me see. Hope I'm still sharing. Let me be sure that. Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, your screen sharing. Okay. Let me go to gender, for example. Age. Okay, dates. Let me say I want this to happen in ascending order. No, that won't even make sense. Let me use summary. Let me say I want this to happen in ascending order. All I need to do is to right click it, right? Click on sort.
Right.
You can see sorts there. So sort smallest to largest. Mainly you click on it, right? It just affects your bar chart, right? It's already sorted that way. That's why nothing changed. So if I sort it now from largest to smallest, look, can you see that can you see that it has just changed?
Yeah, I'm trying it as you're saying it. Yeah.
So that's how you sort it. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So is that all? Please, I want to believe that's all, right?
No, Sam, that's not all. Sorry, I just wanted to wait
Please,
for.
there's a message in the chat box, please.
Can I go ahead? Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I recall that you did mention sometime about if we want to do any work on the Excel sheet, we don't work on the raw data, we create a separate
Yes, please.
copy it into.
Yeah.
So I have a task in my organization that I'm trying to transition to a different role. There's a task for me to build a dashboard, but the data is in a SQL.
Okay.
And it's a real life data. So the sponsor has informed me that they would need to update the data sets regularly, but then they want me to start with the dashboard. If I need to, because there's a lot of cleaning that I need to do on that data set, do I need to do it on the Excel, on the SQL, or do I have to download it outside of Excel, of the SQL to work on it before? But I don't know how that will affect the live environment.
You can do it on SQL, right? And
When I
automate
transform.
and automate the process. So what happens is that each data that just comes in gets cleaned alongside what you've done already.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so just to power automate it.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Juju Flagos.
Juju, okay. So I wanted to know if that the YouTube learning videos are going to be there permanently. You're not going to remove them.
No, I'm not going to remove them.
Thank you, because I would love to always go through it that more and more and more to learn. Thank you.
You're welcome. Wale, they are going to be there, isn't it?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, the videos, we don't intend to delete them. They'll be there. unless YouTube one day feels like they want to delete it themselves.
Okay. Okay, over to you, Wale. Thank you very much once again. Wale is this whole training is on the platform of Borderless Tech, and it's being owned and run by Wale. So can we appreciate him for everything he does for the organization and all the rest? Yeah, he's doing amazing work. Can we appreciate him? Why?
Thank you. God bless
Thank
you,
you,
Mr.
thank
Wale.
you, God bless
Thank you
you.
so much for
Thank you.
organizing
Thank
this.
you, Wale.
Thank you.
Okay, God bless
And
you, God
thank you,
bless you.
Mr. Samuel, too, for doing a wonderful job. You really tried for us. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's true.
Thank you.
Mr. Samuel, thank you for the time. Thank you for the patience. You're a good teacher. I'm sure
Thank
you were
you.
a teacher
Thank you.
from your mother's womb. Please leave your door open to us. We are going to reach out to you several times for explanation, for mentorship, and we expect that will always be welcome. Me
Okay, yeah, I will do
particularly,
my best. Thank you
I'm
so
going to
much.
send you. I'm going to send
Mr.
you some
Samuel.
resources soon.
Sorry. Before we go on,
And I
yeah,
don't think that you're bringing Ram for him.
yeah. Before we go on, can you hear me, Samuel? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Wale.
Okay. So thank you very much. I would also want to appreciate you. In line with the students, thank you for all you have done for us, for these classes. So, as a follow-up to
Thank you.
this, for those of us that want to advance our training on this, I know Juju of Lagos. I would assume that's Judith of Lagos. I
Yeah.
know, yeah, Judith, yeah. I know you once asked about this. I don't know if you've reached out to Samuel. You can also reach out to me to discuss how to take this further. Any other person that is also interested, let's have a DM. I believe we all are in the
Please,
WhatsApp group.
I am interested, fully interested.
Yeah, that's fine. Kent, because I can see you were already talking about SQL. Is that correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. So, in line with that, we're going to be starting a free SQL class 2, specifically in January. It's going to run for the month of January. That's going to be starting on the 5th of January, 2025, God's willing. So for those that want to also advance themselves, not just from Excel, but you want to be able to connect your Excel to our SQL, as Kent had said, that's something that would also start in January. That would be a different tutor. I just thought to mention that. Please, if you are not in the WhatsApp group, please be in there, because apart from we advertising it on social media, we would also be advertising it in the WhatsApp group for those that are interested so that they can join. So I think, Kent, that would be useful for you, considering your question around how to dynamically refresh your dashboards while your data source is in SQL. So that would be very, very, very useful for you. For those of us that are here, the videos, they are online, so I would advise you go over it. This is basically an intro for data analytics using Excel, which then connect to Power Query, pivots, and all of that. There are still more advanced ones like the Power BI and Co. that you might also want to venture into. Now, let's not forget, let me just round up that we do this as a way of giving back to the society. What we primarily do as a business is we teach kids coding. Our focus is ensuring that our kids are better than us, for those of us that have kids. So even if you don't have kids, you probably have nieces, you have nephews, you want to introduce them to us. You want them to also be able to develop themselves. Because what I say is this, you see, in this class, we have twofold of people. We have either people based in Nigeria or you have people outside Nigeria. For those that are based in Nigeria, the truth is we all know the economy, we all know the government can't do so much for us. But the thing that you can easily do to earn while you're in Nigeria, for me, is tech. You can be inside your house and you're collecting dollars from the US. You can be in your house, you're doing remote jobs, remote gigs in the UK, and you're cashing out. And that's why for me, I think that's one great thing that we need to do as a society. If a few of us, maybe because of age, we might not be able to do it, but we looked at, okay, let us concentrate on the kids. Let's concentrate on the younger ones, because the truth is the government is not going to bring that country out of poverty. It still comes back to each and every one of us. And what we need to do is ensure that we get in the dollars, we get in the pounds, and we bring it back to the country. For those of us outside the country, if you've got kids, if you've got nieces, if you've got nephew, we all know the kind of jobs that we are doing. We want better ones for them. We also want them to be able to compete at the high level. You don't, I'm sure you want them, if you have kids, you want your kids to be better than you. You want your kids to be able to sit at the table and be able to also decide things. And that's why we have chosen it as a company to say, okay, let us focus on the kids. Let us ensure that we give them what it takes. But in doing that, some of these parents, some of these people also need to be able to generate the money to pay those bills. And okay, let us do it as a CSR. Let's give back. For those that want to advance in it, that we really feel that they need to, because there's a question that I think was it Wahab that was asking, saying 4 weeks for training. So for me, 1 week can even be, it all comes back to you as a person.
Yeah, what you do afterwards.
What you do afterwards. That's the truth. If you just take the course and you go sleep, if you like do the course for 10 months, nothing is going to change. The truth is, what you would always be taught is the basics. You are the one that's going to advance yourself to the higher level. Nobody's going to sit down. Like here in the UK, what they teach majorly is English. Once you can read and write, they are good. That's what they concentrate at primary school level. They don't really bother about teaching you every other thing. Once you can read and write, you are good. So once you know the basics, that is what you need to grow. Nobody's going to, as far as people are still spoon feeding you on the advanced level, the truth is you will never know it. Because in tech, you need to learn it. You need to make your mistakes. You need to drive it yourself. If you're still waiting for someone to tell you click on this button, by the time you get to the job, you'll be waiting for your line manager to tell you to click on a button. And the truth is, your line manager will not tell you to click on any button. He expects you to deliver. So for me, as words of encouragement, just do it. Do it every day. Continue doing it, and over time, you just become an expert. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for making this session fruitful. Let's have a blessed 2024. Let's continue the chat in the group.
Please, I need to join the group. I have asked that is share that group again. I don't know why I've not been able to
let me see if I can share it in this. Give me a minute.
I think it's better we just share it here now.
Yeah, I'll just share it. Yeah, I know. I just got a mail about that. To be frank with you, after I leave here, I don't know. So let me just see what I can do to share it now, please.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Those that still have questions, let me give another 5-10 minutes, then we'll round up. We just finish.
Yeah. Tosin asked the question saying, sorry, did you say there's a platform to teaching children? So yes, Tosin, that's what we do. We teach kids coding. However, that's a paid one. It's not free. So yes, we teach kids coding. We teach kids age 7 to 16 coding. Okay, so I hope that answers the question, Tosin. So we're waiting for Samuel to share the WhatsApp.
Okay, the link had just been shared, so you could use that link for.
I can't see it. Are you sure it wasn't a private message to somebody? It wasn't to everyone.
Okay, sorry, let me check it. Thank you for. Yeah, I did. Sorry, I didn't just pay attention to that. Okay, yeah, that's to everyone now.
Yeah. Yeah. So Kent, I think was Kent that asked for it. Kent
Yeah,
confirmed that
I've seen
yeah.
it. I've seen it. Thanks.
Okay, so that's it for me.
I think it's not better to just tell us what this cost is so that those of us that are interested in bringing our kids on board, or is it a private discussion?
So, well, for me, it's not usually cost first. Mine is usually value first. So what I do is you book an onboarding session. An onboarding session to actually have a session with you, with your child to really understand if the child wants it. Because we've had instances where parents want the child to learn tech and the child wants to learn music. So we have a session with your child. What's the child's interest? If the child is not interested, we don't force the child. Because the reality is every single thing you do in this world has value. If you like, choose to be packing sewage. For me, somebody has to do the job. So it's not really about, oh, okay, how much is it? And then we don't let's have an onboarding session. So what I can do is I'm going to share a link in the WhatsApp group. That just makes it easier. For those that are interested, use it to book an onboarding session, then we'll pick it up from there. Because the reality is our cost differs. For example, we have single mothers. We have discounts for single mothers. We have discounts for widows. We have discounts for people bringing more than one kids. So I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So it's not really about just the money. No. There's more to it. So let's just book the onboarding session and we'll pick it up from there. But if I just want to answer the question flatly, it's an average of £30 every month.
Okay. So another thing, yeah, Wale,
yes.
Can you help us with something? People that are interested in the mentorship program, can we create a form for them? Right? Okay. Let's know how much they are willing to pay, what they're expecting to get. Can we just have that kind of form? Would that be a good idea for us to have a form that would help us show interest? Let's know how many people are interested.
Yeah, I'm interested. That would be a good idea.
Yes, please. So that we can drop it on the WhatsApp group and we can take it up from there. For those of you asking for my contact, you have my contact already in the group. If you're in the group, you should have my contact.
If you're in the group, just look at the admins of the group. I think that would help you sort it. So I think it's just okay, Samuel, you're actually the only admin. You can make me an admin, then that's fine. So.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Okay, guys, that's all from my end. Thank you very much.
Okay, so please, Oga Wale, sorry, I know